Hey, thanks for checking out my video. Today I'm doing my review of the Keurig Duo Coffee Maker. You can make a pot or you can make just a cup. That's what's nice about this. And we're going to talk about it, but I'm gonna make a pot of coffee here while we're talking. I am actually not a coffee drinker. I drink tea all day long, but my husband loves coffee and he loves the strong stuff. This is actually just this poured into here. So what I do is, he used to drink espresso every morning, and he didn't like making it. I didn't really like making it day after day after day. So what I do is I make him the strongest pot of coffee I can possibly make. I make this as full as I can with the Cafe Bustelo, and I make the smallest pot. For starters, I've got a full pot of water here. I'm gonna pour into the reservoir. It's got a 60-ounce reservoir. Okay, so we're gonna choose pot, and I'm gonna choose 8 ounces, and that'll start brewing here in a minute. So some of the things to talk about, like I said, it's got a 60-ounce reservoir back here, so it holds a lot of water. You can fill it up, and if you're just drinking 1 cup every day, you're not going to have to refill that very often, because that's a lot of cups. So what I like about it is, if we have company, like say family comes over, I am a cake decorator, cupcake decorator, and so I always have dessert, and a lot of times people want coffee with their dessert, or sometimes only 1 or 2 people do, and then I just use the 1 cup maker. This is just, if you were to, cut this apart from this is just like any normal Keurig 1 cup at a time. It's basic. It works great. And then if I want to make a pot, I make a pot. And actually what I do for my husband is, like I said, neither one of us really loved making it every morning. So what I do is I make him a pot of it, and then he loves it with a bunch of sugar in it. So basically I'm just making a pot full of syrup for him. So what I do is, after I brew it, he likes brown sugar in it. So I put a bunch of brown sugar in it, and then I pour it in here. And the first day I make it, of course, he gets a nice big cup of it, but then what's left over, I put in this, and I put it in the fridge. And then tomorrow morning I'll just pour him a cup of this and warm it up for a minute in the microwave. And he says he can't tell the difference. He thinks it tastes just like espresso, but probably because he's got so much sugar in there, that's probably why he can't tell the difference. But if you were somebody who liked iced coffee, this would be a handy thing to make a strong pot of coffee and have this ready to go in the fridge. So sometime when you want iced coffee, you've already got cold coffee to start with, and you don't have to wait for your coffee to cool down or whatever. I know there are some other coffee makers that have a cold brew or whatever. And I should say that this is, there's a newer model of this, the Keurig Duo, that has some more options, but this particular one is kind of like the basic one. Anyway, it's been a great coffee maker. There's only one thing about it that I don't like, and I can't show you right at the moment because it's brewing a pot of coffee, but the filter basket, if you pull it all the way out, putting it back in, it's not always just a simple glide. It sometimes gets a little caught up, and that's the only thing about this that I don't like. I do like that when it's brewing, you can pull the pot out and it stops brewing, and it doesn't spill any coffee on the base there. It makes a big pot. If you want 12 ounces, that's a good sized pot, and it does 8, 10, or 12, and it's very easy to clean. You can put pretty much everything in the dishwasher. If not, it's super easy to wash by hand. And after it makes a pot, it stays warm for 2 hours, and then it just automatically shuts off. so that's nice. Like I said, it's got what they call that a pause and pour, where you can pull the pot out. You know, like right now, if I wanted to drink a cup of coffee, I could pull it out, pour it, and put it back in and finish brewing the pot. But that's a nice feature. Let's see, what else do I have to say about it? That's pretty much it. It's, you know, I think it's nice looking. It's a little bit on the bigger side, but it's 2 coffee pots in one. So I don't think it takes up that much space. It makes a single cup just as good as it makes a pot, whatever your choice is. And I give it a good recommendation because they've come out with a new one which has a programmable, you know, you can set it to start tomorrow morning when you're still in bed or whatever. So I wouldn't even use that if I had it. So this one is great for us. I'm going to show you how I make this coffee for my husband. I got to grab some brown sugar. Okay, so our pot of coffee is done brewing. I'm going to make my husband his beloved syrup, as I like to call it. I mean, he likes a lot of brown sugar in there. If we go somewhere where they have little packets of sugar and that's all they have, I'm not kidding you, I gotta get like 20 packets of sugar. And how I judge if I've got it sweet enough, like I said, I'm not a coffee drinker. I don't even like coffee. But what I do is I give it a quick taste. And if it's not sickeningly sweet, then it's not sweet enough for him. So put just a little bit more in there now. That should do the trick. And then, like I said, what I do is I pour him a cup. But I mean, it's 6:30 at night right now, so I'm not going to pour him a cup right now. But I'm going to pour this in here. And then tomorrow morning, I'll just pour some into a cup and warm it up for about a minute. And actually I have a little bit left over here. I'll probably just go ahead and pour this into a cup and put it in the refrigerator, and then tomorrow I'll microwave it, and that'll be his tomorrow coffee. And then this will last, I usually only have to make it like once every 5 or 6 days. And like I said, if you were a iced coffee drinker, this would probably be handy to have. And if you don't like making coffee every single day, like I don't, it's handy. So anyway, I just thought I would show you that while I was reviewing this not a mixer. I'm a baker, so I always have that on my mind. Anyway, I give this coffee pot a 9 out of 10. Oh, the one thing I was telling you about it is when you pull this out, it's not always, now of course that time it went in just perfectly, but if this gets a little, if the filter basket gets a little wonky and you go to put it in there, sometimes it like takes a minute to wrestle it in there, but I've kind of figured it out now, so I don't have any trouble with it. But for the first couple months when I had it, I was always like, you know, what am I doing wrong here? And it just turns out that you just have to have the filter basket lip down underneath this lip of this, which is what slides in here. No, I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. And then it works just fine. But I struggled with that when I first got it. But as long as you know that from the get-go, you won't have any issues with it. So again, the Keurig Duo, I give it a 9 out of 10. And anyway, there's my review. I hope this was helpful for you. I will put a link down in the description if you're interested in buying one of these. If you want to check out any of my other videos, I have cooking and baking and cupcake decorating videos. So my channel is called Rhonda's Thrifty Kitchen. And check it out if you get a chance. And hit subscribe. It's free to you and it helps me to be able to make more videos. So take care and have a great day. Bye.